Hello and welcome to this video about solidThinking Compose. In this video we will take a look at plotting. So let's get to it. I have a clean solidThinking Compose here, and I will start by defining some sequence and numbers. So x equals 0, step size 0.1 to 20. So I have my x values, and y values I want to be that a function which is the sine of x squared minus 5 divided by x. It's important to note that I have each of this calculation with a dot, beginning with a dot, because I wanted to do that element wise on x. So each element is inputted into this function and outputted as a value in y. So in y you have the same amount of elements as in x, and now you can plot it. To plot it, you have to define first a figure. So f equals figure, for example, and you have your figure right on the top right here. And now you can plot it. For example, plot x comma y. You can see this is my function. If I want to plot maybe another function, maybe I have y2 equals sine of x. And I want to plot that also, so I have to set here plot x comma y2, and look what happens. The first line is gone. How to prevent that? Just with one single statement, hold on. Not once, but on. Hold on. And this lets you plot the other one above on the same figure as the first one. Okay, now you want to maybe label your axes. There's some built-in functions for that. For example, xLabel. You can input a string. Don't know if this works. X. Nope, you have to do the other marks, single apostrophes. That works. The same goes with ylabel. And maybe you want to put in a title as well. This is my function plot. Alright, so you have a title, x, y. You can choose from different line styles if you want. So for example, we could also plot, we'll see that later, with different lines, dashed lines for example, change the color of it. And maybe another thing we want to do is to put a legend onto the plot. So legend, and you just give two strings. First string would be, in this case, the sine of x, because we plotted that first, and the second one would be the function. And here you go. That seems about right. You can also move the function here. You don't like the way where it is. You can also move that here. And if you maybe want to do a multitude of plots into a same figure, you can also do that as well by just defining subplots. So you have your figure, and here you just say subplot, and now you have to specify how many plots there will be. For example, 2 rows and 3 columns, 2, 3, and now you have to specify which plot you are addressing to. For example, the first one, the top left one. And here you can see that you have your top left plot. Now you can do all the steps as before and plot something. We will just do that with one. And if you want to go to the next plot or to a different plot, subplot 2, 3, 2, for example, and you can see that another plot is added to the figure. And so you can assign different plots to one figure. At the end of the day, maybe you want to annotate something. There's another function called text, where you specify the coordinates for the text. For example, 2, 0. Call that, for example, 0, and then you have the text on your plot. And after you're done with the plotting, you may want to save this figure. You can do that by just stating save as, and now you have to put in a figure. And that's why I pointed here, figure f equals figure, so I can address this f value later on. So save as f, comma, and in this case, we'll just give it a name, test.bmp, for example, and save it. Now I can see it's here. Don't double click on here because Compose cannot read a BMP file. You have your BMP here, and here you can see what you plotted. So that's about it for first introduction into plotting. If you have questions on how to plot a certain thing, just leave it in the comments. I will try to get it. And another thing you can also always do is to check the help. So for example, if you just type in plot here, you can see the different functions. And for example, we want to see the plot function. You can just right click on that and say help on selection. And you can see the different commands, how you choose your line color, your line style, and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back soon.